Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dave, and today I want to take a look at two of the best growth ETFs money can buy to see which is the best for my portfolio. Now, both of these funds have returned over 130% over the past 5 years, and they've outpaced the NASDAQ 100 and other similar ETFs that I've compared them to. So, which one will be named the king? If that is what you're looking for, please stick around. Technology has certainly been the place to invest over the last 10 years. We have seen substantial growth from established stocks, think Apple, Microsoft, Broadcom. We've also seen recent contributions from Palantir, which might look overvalued, but it continues to perform well. Nvidia, which makes all the aforementioned stocks look like complete garbage, has returned over 21,000% in the last 10 years, and that is nuts. And then you look at poor little Apple and that lousy 500%. Such a turd, right? Of course, I'm joking, people, but you get the point.
No offense, but you are a stupid asshole.
Now, during the same 10-year period, if you would have picked to invest in Intel, you would have been down 22% in your investment over that 10-year period. Now, guess who did own Intel for a lot of that? I did. This is a good example of why the vast majority of investors should stick to ETFs, and I do put myself in that category in case you were wondering. It'd be great if you could pick the next Nvidia, but you might also pick the next Intel is the point. An ETF can help diversify away that type of risk, but it still offers great returns, especially in a sector like technology that keeps producing amazing results year after year. And yes, Intel is in both of the funds that we're going to be talking about, but because they're broad-based enough, you get to diversify away that risk and you can still have an overall great return. Two such technology ETFs that I have been buying are VGT and XLK. VGT comes to us from Vanguard and focuses on software, semiconductors, IT services, and hardware. VGT offers broader exposure compared to XLK with over 300 stocks, including small, mid, and large cap companies. And the top three holdings of this $90 billion ETF are Apple, Nvidia, and Microsoft, which currently make up about 46% of the fund. So there certainly is concentration within those three, but the other 54% is spread about in stocks like Adobe, Salesforce, Intuit, and ServiceNow. VGT has an expense ratio of 0.1% or $10 for every $10,000 invested, and compared to XLK can be slightly more volatile because of the small cap stock exposure. On the other hand, XLK comes to us from Spider and currently has $65 billion in AUM. This ETF leans more into traditional blue chip tech stocks and is less diverse with about 70 stocks. It should be noted that all 70 stocks in XLK can also be found in VGT. Like VGT, this ETF has a large exposure to Microsoft, Apple, and Nvidia, but despite having only around 70 stocks at the moment, these top three only make up about 40% versus the 46% in VGT. So while it is still concentrated in these three, it is more balanced across the 70 stocks compared to VGT. This ETF also has a 0.1% expense ratio, so just like VGT. So there's no winner in that category. By the way, all the charts and information in this video come from Seeking Alpha. I am a Seeking Alpha affiliate, so if you are looking for a way to do stock and ETF research, check the link down in the description for a nice discount to get you started. So how have these two compared over the last several years versus each other and some other products? Well, over the last 5 years, XLK has slightly outperformed VGT, and they both have performed better versus QQQ, VUG, and SCHG. Now, QQQ, as you probably know, that's the NASDAQ 100, so that's a good direct comparison. VUG and SCHG are growth ETFs, large cap growth. So another good comparison, but slightly adjacent. And not to mention, if you compare this to the S&P 500 represented here by VOO, it also beats it. So now if we look further out at a 10-year total return chart, we see a larger outperformance by these two versus the others mentioned. But this time we see VGT pulling slightly ahead of XLK. Now, both have done extremely well for those that have owned these two products during this time period. So the big question, which should I be buying? Will this performance continue? Well, I still feel this is a great sector that will continue to produce great companies that will move our market forward. So I'm going to continue to buy the tech sector despite the rich valuations that you see in some of these different companies. But I think both of these products are excellent for a portfolio. Now, if I was going to be forced to pick one, I would probably lean towards VGT at the moment and the broader exposure to the tech sector. But as I mentioned, I own both and a pretty significant holding for both of these ETFs. Now, I do like the option chain better with XLK, so as many of you know, that is hard for me to ignore. And since I mentioned SCHG, I did a video last week on SCHG and SCHD as being kind of a core to your portfolio in lieu of something like the S&P 500 just buying VOO. So you can go watch that one next. I'll link it up above and down below. So anyway, what is your favorite tech or growth ETF? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you like this type of content, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a great night. Take care. Whoop.